What do we know, Danielle?
Well, today, BlackRock has been removed from Texas's blacklist of companies that they deem to boycott the fossil fuel industry. So this all stems back to a 2021 law that was passed in the state that made Texas review all of these financial firms and their ESG policies. So what came out of it was there was a list that was put in place, and that had certain investment restrictions for state entities like pension funds or the Permanent School Fund in Texas. And BlackRock was on the list. It was put on the list in, I think it was August of 2022, and it's remained on there until today when Texas took it off.
So you have to imagine that BlackRock CEO Larry Fink is feeling pretty good right now because he's really been on a charm offensive in the state.
Yes, there has been a lot of movement in Texas. They were removed from the list because they rolled back some of the ESG policies that got them there to begin with. So they've pulled out of the Net Zero Asset Managers Initiative. They stepped back from the Climate 100 Plus program. And Larry Fink has made a real effort to engage with Texas officials. He stood on stage with the Lieutenant Governor last year and held a summit about Texas's energy grid. And BlackRock has been making moves in Texas to show its support. And while the controller who maintains this list said that that is unrelated to its listing decision, it shows BlackRock's support for Texas.
Yeah, I don't buy that. But I am curious just about this idea of sort of whether Texas really had any choice in this matter. When they sort of got into this battle, not only with BlackRock, but with JP Morgan and a few other things, not just on ESG, but on DEI and a few other policies, there was always this idea here, too, that you kind of need these big institutional firms because, well, that's where all of the market activity is. And if you're blocking your pensioners out of this, you're basically blocking them out of return, out of yield that every other state in America is getting.
That's very true. And there's this big back and forth between what they can actually do. And there is carve-outs in this law specifically that said if pensioners were going to be hurt by this, Texas firms, Texas entities wouldn't have to divest. But this is also a real win for BlackRock because they've been in this sort of back and forth with Texas. And this allows them to say, we're good, they cleared us. And now that the Texas entities can invest with them without restrictions.
Yeah.